What if the walls around you hid secrets you couldn't see? Shadows, strange movements, and unexplained events captured on camera prove some mysteries may never be solved. While ending his vlog for the night, a Canadian YouTuber noticed someone standing at his door. Assuming it was his sister, he walked closer, but it wasn't her. A woman with a twisted face and an eerie voice stood waiting.
Hello? Who are you?
It's Bailey. I need help. I'm here.
Bailey, is that you?
As he approached, she suddenly pulled him away, vanishing from view. He was never seen again. All that remains are the final moments caught on his room's security camera, footage that became his last terrifying vlog. Back in 2003, a woman mysteriously vanished from her apartment in Peru and was never seen again. Years later, leaked CCTV footage from that same building surfaced online, and what it shows is chilling. The woman is seen walking down the stairs when suddenly a dark, shadowy figure appears behind her. Within moments, the camera flickers and she's gone, completely vanished. Since that night, no trace of her has ever been found. Watching the clip, it's hard to call this a normal missing person case. Whatever happened seems far beyond the realm of the ordinary. A young girl was happily playing in the kitchen, holding a container and an empty toolbox, when she suddenly began talking to someone unseen. Moments later, the toolbox was yanked from her hand, not once, but twice, causing her to cry out and firmly say, "No!" Confused, her mother checked the CCTV footage only to be struck with horror. The clip clearly showed the toolbox moving on its own, as if pulled by invisible hands. That's when she realized something uninvited had made itself at home, silently watching her family from the shadows. This disturbing clip surfaced on social media, leaving viewers completely baffled. A family sits calmly at the dinner table when, out of nowhere, a woman walks upside down straight toward them, hands on the ceiling, body twisted unnaturally. The strangest part? The family doesn't react at all, continuing their meal as if nothing's wrong. Some believe the footage came from the dark web, while others think the family was under some sinister influence. Whatever the truth, the video feels wrong on every level. When a dog won't stop barking late at night, it's usually a warning, and this homeowner knew it. After a restless night, they checked their security footage and were stunned. Outside, a shadowy figure sprinted past the yard, but only its legs were visible, moving unnaturally fast, like something out of a horror movie. No face, no identity, just motion and menace. It was a chilling reminder that strange things happen all around us, often unnoticed. Most of the time, we live our lives blissfully unaware, but sometimes the shadows have a story to tell, and it's far from comforting. This is considered one of the scariest videos circulating online. A man was quietly cleaning his backyard pool when his body suddenly froze mid-motion, as if something had seized control. Within seconds, he began shaking violently, his daughter rushing over in panic, but nothing could stop it. Later, when the family reviewed their CCTV footage, they discovered something terrifying. A dark, demonic figure standing nearby, performing strange gestures just before the man collapsed. The realization hit hard. Whatever that thing was, it wasn't human. Now, the family lives in fear, convinced that the entity could return at any moment. What started as ordinary playtime quickly turned into a nightmare for two sisters. Out of nowhere, one of them was yanked backward by an unseen force, dragging her across the ground. Her sister rushed to help, but couldn't stop it. Moments later, she froze in terror as the other sister began walking toward her, unnaturally, her movements stiff and lifeless, as if the same force had taken control. The footage ends in panic, leaving one chilling truth behind. Something dark had chosen them, and their nightmare was only beginning. What began as a quiet, peaceful night for an Indonesian man quickly turned into something deeply disturbing. Without warning, a long, eerie hand reached out from beneath his bed and tapped his leg, jolting him awake in terror. Confused and shaken, he checked his CCTV footage the next morning, only to realize it wasn't a dream. What the camera captured was all too real. Since that night, one thing's certain: peaceful sleep won't come easy again. This man would have never known the terrifying truth about his wife if not for the CCTV recording. In the middle of the night, she sat up suddenly, eyes open but clearly still asleep. Then, her expression twisted, her mouth opening far wider than humanly possible, and her eyes began to glow in the dark. The way she moved was unnatural, her body stiff yet jerky, like something else was controlling her from within. Watching the footage later, the man realized one horrifying thing: whatever had taken over her wasn't ready to let go. A chilling video surfaced online, instantly puzzling and disturbing viewers. It showed a man with an unnerving face, sitting in a dimly lit room, talking to a puppet doll that looked far too lifelike. The way the doll moved and how the man responded felt deeply wrong. Some claimed the puppet was controlling him, its presence radiating something dark and unnatural. Others believed the footage came straight from the dark web. A glimpse into something far beyond normal comprehension. Whatever it was, it didn't feel human. What began as a quiet night turned deeply unsettling when a blanket suddenly slipped off a woman as she slept. Startled, she turned on the lights, only for them to flicker uncontrollably, switching off and on again. Thinking it was a glitch, she brushed it off. But later, CCTV footage revealed something far more chilling. The door opened by itself, and a faint, shadowy presence seemed to step inside. Every disturbance, every flicker, pointed to one truth: she wasn't alone. Whatever entered that night made its message clear. The house no longer belonged to her alone. This is the kind of welcome no one wants at their own home. As a man approached his door, a creepy doll placed beside the entrance suddenly turned its head, slowly, deliberately, right toward him. Startled, he instinctively slapped it away, sending it toppling to the ground. The movement was so sudden, so unnatural, that it left him trembling. What's more unsettling is that he claimed he'd never seen the doll before. It had simply appeared there. Whether it was a prank, a warning, or something darker, one thing was certain: it was never meant to greet him. A couple, exhausted by the unusual activities in their home, decided to perform a cleansing ritual. They wrote something on a piece of paper, burned it, and let the smoke fill the entire living room, hoping it would drive away whatever was haunting them. But instead of peace, the presence grew stronger. Moments after the ritual ended, the lights flickered on automatically and a cold, heavy air settled around them. The room felt alive, watching, breathing. Terrified, the couple ran out, abandoning their home.
What the baby?
Baby!
What the go.
Since that night, they claimed the presence never left. If anything, the ritual only made it angrier. In the night, a woman suffering from sleep paralysis somehow wandered into her kitchen. Still half asleep, she opened the fridge, then suddenly threw everything to the floor as if something had taken control. What's unsettling is what happened next. With unnatural stiffness, she slowly stood up and walked back to her room, never waking once. Her blank expression and jerky movements didn't look human, more like she was being puppeteered by something unseen. The footage ends with her vanishing into the darkness, leaving one haunting question. Was it sleep paralysis, or something far more sinister guiding her? It started like any ordinary morning, a man leaving his house for work. But as he reached the door, something unexplainable happened. His body froze mid-step, as if an invisible force had taken control. For a moment, he stood trapped, eyes vacant, struggling to regain control of himself. When he finally broke free, his hands trembled, and confusion filled his face. But that wasn't the end. Soon after, he began experiencing more episodes, each stranger and darker than before. Whatever had taken hold of him that morning didn't seem ready to let go. Let's just hope it eventually does. After using a Ouija board, a man from Minnesota found himself living through a real-life nightmare. Out of nowhere, an invisible force grabbed his legs and dragged him across the floor with shocking strength. Panicked, he fought back and somehow managed to break free. But the ordeal didn't end there. He soon realized the entities he'd summoned weren't done with him. Lights flickered, doors slammed, whispers filled the air, and now he has no idea how to send them back to wherever they came from. In Phoenix, Arizona, a homeowner noticed a strange man following her one evening. She shrugged it off at first, but the moment she got home, she decided to check her Ring camera, and what she saw made her blood run cold. The man had made it all the way to her front door, just standing there, completely still. She shared the footage online, and the reactions were intense. Some viewers were certain this guy wasn't right in the head.
Hey, Daniel. Who's that?
He didn't even blink once, his stare unnerving and robotic. Others argued that someone like this should be reported to the police immediately. The tension in the video is palpable. Who is that? Get out of here! There's a guy outside!
Get out of here! There's a guy outside, look!
It's the kind of footage that leaves you glancing over your shoulder. Haunted beginning. A woman had just moved into a new home, completely unaware of its dark past. One night, after closing the curtains and drifting off to sleep, they suddenly swung open on their own. The next morning, she checked and was left shocked, confused, and uneasy. At first, it seemed like a small, harmless incident, but it was actually a warning. Something in the house wanted her out. Sometimes, the earliest signs are subtle, quiet, almost easy to dismiss. Yet, in moments like these, ignoring them can be impossible and potentially dangerous. The house was already making its intentions clear. Sometimes, otherworldly entities slip into our homes without us ever realizing it. But for one homeowner, the security camera caught something that defied explanation. A faint, ghostly figure appeared, its shape unclear, but its presence unmistakable, silently watching. Then, in an instant, the lights went out, almost as if it knew the camera was starting to expose its form. The timing was too perfect to be a coincidence. Whether it was a glitch, a ghost, or something else entirely, one thing was certain. Whatever stood there didn't want to be seen, and somehow it made sure of that. A family's security camera caught a scene that was nothing short of chilling. In the dead of night, snow was mysteriously swept off a car's windshield, though no one was outside. Moments later, the security lights flashed, briefly illuminating the area and hinting that something strange had occurred. The footage didn't capture everything. It wasn't clear exactly what had caused the snow to move, but the timing was unsettling. Something, or someone, had been there, and the evidence was subtle yet undeniable. It's one of those moments that leaves you staring at the screen, questioning whether the world around you is truly what it seems.
Okay, this one's bedtime canceling material. Just your average chill evening. Girl sitting still on the bed like she's buffering. Nothing weird, right? Wrong. In front of her, another girl, pale, creepy, and straight up peeking into the camera like she's auditioning for a horror film.
Amy?
Big stare, no blinking. Vibes, haunted. But wait, plot twist. The camera moves to the front to show the sitting girl's face, and the ghost girl vanished. Poof.
Amy? Amy?
Gone like she had ghost errands to run. So, peekaboo demon or camera-shy spirit with stage fright? There's a ghost behind him, he knows it, and guess what? He still keeps filming. You can literally see the creepy figure lurking in the camera, and so can he. But Gen Z said, fear? Never heard of her. Because why run when you can go viral? Forget fight or flight. This dude chose record. Priorities, right? Meanwhile, the ghost's probably wondering if it should start charging appearance fees. So, fearless content king or haunted for the clout? Dude wakes up like, something feels off. Pulls off his quilt, all casual. Big mistake. As the camera pans across the bed, bam! There's a shadowy little gremlin clinging to the side like it pays rent. Shiny eyes, zero manners, just chillin' like, morning roommate. And then, it moves. Slowly slides down the bed like it's been spotted stealing snacks. The guy, shocked, terrified, probably rethinking every life decision. So, haunted sleepover buddy, or just Monday in disguise? What walks like a goblin, vanishes like a rumor, and may or may not be after your garden gnome's job? This backyard mystery guest tiptoes into frame like it's got secrets and unpaid rent. No intro, no explanation, just chaos in compact form. It's small, twitchy, and clearly up to something. Probably steals snacks and curses your Wi-Fi. So, is this a goblin, a rogue puppet, or just your sleep paralysis demon getting fresh air? Is this Tinkerbell, or something way weirder? In 2013, A family in the UK caught something tiny and winged flying across their yard. It zips past the camera like it's late for a pixie council meeting.
Let's have a look. What's it?
I don't know. I don't know. Oh my god!
The kids scream. One yells, "Oh my God!" And honestly, same. It's fast, glowing, and shaped like every fairy drawing from your childhood books. So is this a trick of the light? Or did someone just catch Neverland slipping into suburbia? How do you lose a 26-foot, 440-pound snake, then suddenly find it? Deep in the Amazon, researchers just met the northern green anaconda. And this thing is massive. We're talking wrap around a car levels of big. It slithers out like, "Sup, I own this river now." Its head alone looks like it could file taxes. And the way it moves? Like a jungle boss on a lunch break. So, ancient serpent, new species, or jungle noodle with a gym membership? How many anacondas is too many? Trick question. One is already plenty. Now imagine a whole squad of these slippery giants chilling like it's snake spa day.
You got this one?
They're lounging, hydrating, and giving serious, don't mess with us energy while soaking up the swampy vibes. It's like nature's version of a girls' pool party, except everyone's 20 feet long and could swallow a canoe. So, how many did you count before your spine said nope?
From unseen visitors to shadowy figures, these chilling moments remind us the world around us isn't always what it seems. Stay alert, because some mysteries never truly end.